Former St. Augustine's biology professor Irene Clark spent more than 30 years as an educator. In that time, she touched many lives and nurtured countless students.
In tonight's Forward Together Changemaker segment, WRAL's Ken Smith sits down with Professor Clark to talk about her life and finding happiness through education.
This was a portrait that was made in West Africa.
From her journeys that took her around the world with her late husband, Dr. Lawrence Clark, to her humble upbringing in Roanoke, Virginia, education was the path by which former St. Augustine's University professor Irene Clark found joy and success.
When you think of how you grew up and during the Jim Crow era, how did it shape you as you became a teacher and shaping other young minds?
If you don't tell them and convince them that they can't do something, don't tell them what they might do.
The sky's the limit at that point.
Nope.
Higher than that.
Stars. It's on out there beyond the sun as a star.
Yeah.
At St. Augustine's, she touched many lives and became a foremost expert on historic St. Agnes Hospital located on campus. It was built in the late 1800s to serve Raleigh's black residents.
That we had such an emphasis on St. Agnes Hospital that I wanted to find out what was it like in 1896 as far as medicine. What was it like in the 20s and the 30s?
At 84, her thirst for knowledge has not waned and is reflected in her extensive home library.
It's always my idea of how can I interweave what I learned in this book with what's in this other book. Our collection just grew and grew out of connecting dots.
This home library is enhanced with symbolisms like this display showing how justice can sometimes move at a snail's pace, or this oversized copy of a bill generated in the North Carolina General Assembly in 1831.
And this was a bill for North Carolina that made it illegal for us as slaves to learn to read and write.
And there's a reason it is prominently and permanently up in her library.
I think education as well as power is like handling an egg in your hand. Don't crush it and don't be too loose with it.
For this former professor, education became the road always traveled. Ken Smith, WRAL News.